Hello, welcome. This is a deck I brewed last night. I went 8-0 with it. I went really good. So I thought I'd share. 3 Gods Willing, 3 Karametra's Blessing. The whole deck is really built around Staggering Insight, which is basically Curious Obsession, but it gives the creature lifelink and it doesn't have to attack. It costs a bit more, and it means I also have to play 2 colours, which isn't ideal. Also, Dive Down's lost, so now we have Gods Willing and Karametra's Blessing, which essentially works as like a guide dive down, considering it'll only ever go onto a Staggering Insight creature. If you can get Staggering Insight down onto a Pteramander or a Faerie Vandal, you can get quite a lot of value out of that, because when the Pteramander evolves, it is a 6/6 with fly with lifelink, and the Faerie Vandal just keeps buffing itself every time it draws a card. You can also flash it in to kill a 1/1. Teferi to shut down other decks, Gadwick for the late game, Brazen Borrower to bounce stuff back for tempo plays, some Nope, a bit more Nope, and yeah, that's the deck. Here's the mana base. Yeah, see how it gets on. Okay, playing a bit standard ranked against Adri Lemos. You do you. I like this. It's got the land we need. It's got Staggering Insight. It's got a tempo play, bit of Nope. Worst comes to worst, I can actually put Staggering Insight on the Brazen Borrower. It becomes a 4/2 with 4/2 with lifelink, which isn't too bad. That's a bit more Nope. And that's a no from me, because there's a lot of value to be had in Lucky Clover. Let's quench that out as well. Stop them playing Love Struck next turn and it being able to attack. I want to keep the bounce. I'll keep the bounce like that. Because that still also enables the Love Struck Beast. Means they don't get the Love Struck Beast down this time. Okay, double Innkeepers is pretty juicy. Okay, I'm going to play the Brazen Borrower. I've got Gods Willing to keep it alive, and then if I can get Staggering Insight on it, we can start getting some card draw. What are we going to do? Bad boys, bad boys. And that's why we have Gods Willing. Protection from red. I like the land because it means I can definitely Essence Capture after also casting Staggering Insight. So Staggering Insight, that makes that Brazen Borrower a 4/2 with lifelink. I've also got Gods Willing to protect it, and Essence Capture to buff it further. And to remove some big threat they wanted to throw down. Hydroid Crisis, that's a big load of Nope from me, unfortunately, friend. They get the card draw. Also now got a 5-3 in the air with lifelink, so that's a 4-turn clock on them. I can't deal with this threat. I'm going to take the Essence Capture back. It's another great synergy being able to put it onto the top of your deck and then swing in, knowing you're definitely going to get it. And they know I've definitely got it as well. So that might stop them playing creature, and they might just go for a removal of the Borrower, and if they do, I've got another God's Willing in hand. Lucky Clover, we'll have to let that resolve. I have wishes. Okay, so Chandra. What else are you looking in your sideboard for, bud? Bud. Okay. The Henge. That Dovin's Veto is looking pretty juicy. Swing in before I play a land. See what I get. Okay, so I've now got an answer for a spell and an answer for a creature, which is pretty nice. That's what I'm going to answer the spell. She can't be countered though, so I can God's Willing to give protection from red.
Stay back. I'm an explosively good pyromancer.
Because they're probably going to try and shut the Brazen Borrower down. Quench doesn't really do much good, considering how much mana they have. Wishes coming down creature side. I will Essence Capture that. Just to buff the Brazen Borrower. And they needed a flying blocker, which they no longer have. Okay, so now the Brazen Borrower is actually out of range of the -X ability of Chandra, and it's also out of range of the -3. So I'm going to swing into their face. And that's another protection for the Brazen Borrower, which I really like. So, Karametra's Blessing is not particularly good, but on Brazen Borrower with any creature with Staggering Insight, it's great because the indestructible and hexproof is chef's kiss, as Merchant would say. Escape to the Wilds is going to get vetoed. Leave the Absorb open for if they could play a creature. They might be trying to bait out my counter, and they might now play a flying creature for a blocker. But that's game. Sweet. Performed exactly as it said on the tin. Get Staggering Insight out on a creature. Yeah. Cool, let's play another one. Okay, Skalgr. Skalgr. I'll take a mulligan. Prefer that. Check back one of the Pteramanders. Get Pteramander down. Pray for the Insight off the top deck. Right, but a Quench is good. Shocking on Hallowed Fountain. Shocking it in, so I have Karametra's Blessing. Don't see why it would really do anything, actually. I was about to say the +2 can keep you out of shock range, but they're mono blue. Okay, they're going to opt. I'm going to let them do it. I'd much rather counter what they draw than them trying to draw. Okay, Cloudkin Seer. That's a Quench target. And there's Staggering Insight. Okay, great. If this Pteramander stays around and they don't unsummon it or some of the shenanigans, Faerie Vandal will start getting real value. There's the unsummon. I should have really maybe waited until another white land came down so I could have protected it with Karametra's Blessing, given it hexproof, but you know, it is what it is. Famously. I'm going to keep Absorb open. I'm going to keep Absorb open, and if I don't need it, I can flash in Faerie Vandal. What you going to do? Yeah, I'll flash in the Faerie Vandal. And I'll opt. Could have opted to buff the Faerie Vandal actually, but I would want mana. Take that Plains, and I'm going to draw a Staggering Insight now. Oh. 90% of the time that works every time. Very, very, very rarely works, actually, truth be told. Okay, swinging in with the Vandal. Return. I've got an Absorb open. Winged Words is a whole lot of note from me. Or is there a Quench in hand? Think so. Negate. Same, but different. I'm actually going to pump the Pteramander now and just start swinging at their face. Because it puts a 3-turn clock on them. We're probably packing more on summons, Brazen Borrowers. Time will tell. Dungeon Geist. It's pretty good, isn't it? Playing the Pteramander. And I'm the Petty Theft. I'll Petty Theft their Dungeon Geists next at the end of their turn to attack and to also get my 5/5 Pteramander back. What you gonna do? Spark double on Gadders. Hexproof and Indestructible doesn't really help it. Also, it doesn't get Hexproof and Indestructible because it doesn't have an enchantment on it. Oh, Spark double the Dungeon Geist. Okay, yeah. That makes sense. Yeah. I was going to flash in a Spectral Sailor. More bodies on the board. Draw out that counter. Yeah, Faerie Vandal. And that means I'm going to bounce back that Dungeon Geist. Take the hit. Okay. Oh, we'll shock that in. Pteramander. I always go to call it Pteramander. Yeah, probably good. The Brazen Borrower? Oh, no, the other Pteramander. Oh, okay, the Brazen Borrower. And that's game. Obviously. Obviously, that's game. Nice. Nice. But you didn't have to splash in white to get your tempo. That's a nice deck. Might have a go brewing a mono blue tempo. Let's play another one. Okay, Tomahawk. The missile? The stake? Who knows? Missile stake. Now that's a username. I don't really have any of my key pieces and I don't have any nope. So I'm going to take a mulligan. Got both my key pieces. One little bit of nope. Bit land screwed. I'm going to return... I'm going to return Essence Capture, because at the moment I can't play it anyway. I don't even have a turn 1 play. Oh, I do have a turn 1 play. Magic's easy. Just to draw the right cards. Okay, I'm not going to make the same mistake as last time. I'm actually going to keep God's Willing open. I'm not just going to put the Staggering Insight on straight away. Gonna regret this! Why'd you do it then? I don't know. I want the value. I want the value. There's going to be a shock now. Or a disfigure. Or any number of things they've got in their toolkit to shut this down. And he didn't. So... do I play the land and then the Faerie Vandal? That means the Faerie Vandal gets buffed from attacking, but I don't have... I do have God's Willing to keep the Pteramander alive. I don't have a counter, but I like that. Or I leave the Absorb open. No, I'm going to leave God's Willing open. And let's get a Faerie Vandal. Faerie Vandal's got Flash. What a misplay. Misplay of the day. Feel free to just mock me for that misplay in the comments. But we all do it, don't we? Maybe not you, maybe you're perfect. But I do it quite a lot. I like this though. We've got the pieces we want down. Better than playing against that mono blue that just really walked all over us. Didn't walk all over you, walked all over me. That's what I'm saying, us. Okay. I like this. Got two things to keep Pteramander alive. Pteramander's buffing the Faerie Vandal. I've got Stern Dismissal. A bit different to Callous Dismissal. It's just Stern. It's not Callous. It's just for your own good. I could play Teferi and then keep one of those open, but I like having them both open. I also like having the God's Willing and Stern Dismissal open, so I can tempo them out if they put a flying blocker down. Something big. Spawn and Mayhem or something. I don't know why they'd be running it. Okay, so it's Fire's Invention. So obviously I'm going to sort of... I should have seen Fire's Invention coming. It's one of my favourite cards, and look at their mana base. That should be game now. I've shut that down. I can't see it not being game, to be honest. They've got Deafening Clarion and a few other tricks upon their sleeve. Deafening Clarion, I can God's Willing protect it. Also, the Vandal's now out of range of it because of all the buffs he's been getting. Okay, Ritual of Set's a good one, but that's within Quench range, so get quenched. Quenched that. And then with Katamara's Blessing for the +2/+2, that's game. So the deck's performing exactly like it said on the tin. Well, it's not, because I won one, lost one, won one. But, yeah. It's 25 minutes. Running a bit long on the video. I said I was only going to do 2 games in 20 minutes, but losing one is never the one, is it? Just want to play until you win. So yeah, that's the deck. Any thoughts how I could change it, or you know what you've been brewing in Theros? I was about to say I'll drain. Leave it in the comments below. Like, subscribe for more random decks and stuff. Cheers.